Hey guys, I'm learning TFT and I'm sharing my learnings with you so that you can learn and I can learn better as well. Welcome back to Learning Lab patch 14.6 episode 2 where we are focusing on PockyGom's lobby. Pocky recently hit rank 1. We have a few other top challenger players like Cash, T-Lides. We'll also dive into decision making across all of these players, see what we can learn. One of the highlights for me is that I learned that there are situations where it makes sense to take the gold augment a magic roll. I'll even look into the specific cash outs and why it makes sense for the certain situations that it arose. It actually came up for a couple of the players on separate occasions. With that said, I hope you enjoy this episode of Learning Lab. All right, so I'm gonna change this up and go down the order of elo. So I'm gonna start with Pocky and then Cash and basically go from high elo to low elo for the predictions this time. And specifically for Pocky, because he's rank 1 right now, I'm gonna go through just his stage 1 predictions and not the other players. So his EXO is Hyper Fang's Repulsor Pulse. So quite good on the EXO front. Let's see, we have Alistar here. So on Crab Rave or Scuttle Puddle is the portal. We'll get 3 gold here, so we'll have 9. Commit the 2 bruisers. We could sell this Yuumi for making gold and still buy 2 more units, or we can play 3 Anima Squad. 3, 4, 5. Or this will bring us down to 4 gold. If we sold these two at 6, so we wouldn't be able to play 10 gold if we committed the Yuumi onto our board. In this spot, I think I would just commit the Mundo and then probably sell the Yuumi for 9, 10, 11, 12, buy 2 units. Seraphine and Silas is probably what I do. Alright, in this spot, we have good EXO. We could also lean towards Anima. I'm interested to see if he actually just tries to hold everything, but I don't think Darius and Ilaoi are that strong. If we sold, I think we for sure sell the Darius, then we would have 10 here, and then we could just sell. I mean, we could have a decent Anima Squad opener if we get 5 Anima Squad early. Because we're just missing Bane for 5 Anima. Or we could sell this, sell the Darius for 10, since we get... Actually, we have 2 more gold coming. So we'll have 11. And then we can buy 1, 2, down to 9. I think we still just sell... Or we just sell the Yuumi. Yeah, selling the Yuumi probably makes the most sense. So we'll have 9 plus 3 is 12. And then we can buy 1, 2. Sell this, buy 1, 2. Okay. I think it's sell. We're going to have 2 more gold here. So for 9 plus 2 plus 3, 14. And then buy the shop. Okay, sold the Darius. He only bought the Jax. Huh. So, could also be that he was low on time, but could be that he really values the Yuumi. I was surprised he did not buy the Seraphine. Because the Seraphine would have enabled both Anima Squad and Mundo reroll, Bruiser Techie reroll. And also didn't buy the Silas. I guess he could play Dynamo Bastion here. Very surprised by that. Okay. This shop, we have the Bruiser Techie line here for 3. We're gonna get 4 more gold. We could make 20. LeBlanc is very good just to be able to angle possible cipher. I think we want to keep Exo open since we have Zeri as a viable option. We have open sword. I think we maybe just 4 plus 3 is already 20. But then we can't buy anything. If we want to buy all 3 of these, we'd have to sell at least the Laui and one of these 2. So we could make 20. I think if we sold 3 plus 4, 7. Yeah, I think I guess it really depends on items. If we get like tier, rod, belt, that's good for Mundo reroll, I'm willing to make 20, sell 1, 2, 3, and then buy these 3. And then in that case, I would sell Jin for LeBlanc as well for the cipher possibility. But Jin is really good right now, and we still do want to consider Exo. I think we buy the Alistar and commit 2 Alistars and a Mundo. Okay, he really likes this Exo. He just wants to hard force Exo, it seems. Which makes sense, like Exo is the best line right now. And so then he's probably unlikely to make 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, he can make 20 if he's willing to just sell out this line, but seems like this Mundo line is very viable. And he has Strategist as a possibility. So, plus on Scuttle Puddle, you're not going to be short on gold, so like making interest is maybe a little bit less valuable than just trying to preserve HP and have more optionality on the direction that you're going to take. So here he could sell left side for gold, or he could just buy these 2. I think I would just buy these 2. Alright. And then augment wise. So his spot right now, we have Sword Cloak, we have good Zeri 7 Exo Tech items, Hyper Fangs, Repulsor Lantern, and Pulse Stabilizer. We have possible Bruiser Techie reroll. We have 2, 4, 5 of the units. We could scout to see how many people can maybe contest that line. We have a Cipher player. We have not contesting. This guy's probably going Zeri. Yeah, Rage Blade with Vanguard. He could go Vanguard Marksman as well. Not contesting Bruiser Techie. Not contesting Bruiser Techie. This guy's Exo with Open Rod with good Exo items. Also holding Exo with decent... Oh, actually, no. I mean, it's okay. It's not Pulse or Lux, but no hype. What is that? Hollow Bow? Hollow Bow is the worst one. This looks like it could be Graves. And then this also looks like it could be Kog'Maw reroll, but without a bow. We're going back to Pocky's spot. At this point, it could be anything, really. Sword Cloak is no real commitment. We roll left for sure. Middle's not that great either. I mean, I guess middle could be okay for Zeri. But I think you'd really prefer this for like when you have multiple like 3 or 4 carries. Like the old 4x4, 4/4 Vanguard Marksman really would benefit from this. And then spoils, we already have a lot of gold, so I don't really like any of these. I'd probably roll left and middle first. Okay, he rolled left. Got Thornplate Armor, which could really help him streak. Especially since there's fewer components, and that would give him a much stronger advantage since most of the lobby would probably not be slamming. And so this gives him a huge early game advantage. And a lot of the lobby we saw is probably leaning AD, since Zeri and Vanguard Marksman is kind of are the dominant fast 8 lines right now. So I like this a lot. I'd probably roll middle and right. Okay, we got BRB. BRB can be really good going into Zeri as well. Not as good if we want to consider... So the likely lines I think that we're considering right now are Zeri, fast 8 Zeri. We have Bruiser, Techie reroll. We have possible cipher, but Arcjou is already going cipher. So that makes it more challenging. So maybe I would eliminate cipher line. Alright, I have a new spreadsheet, by the way, I'm doing for this. So direction, I think here is... In fact, I should just... It's all blind. Okay. Direction for Pocky, I think is... We have Bruiser, Techie reroll. We have possible cipher, Zeri, 7 Exotech, Zeri, Bruiser, Techie reroll. We have like kind of cipher amp into amp as the most likely options. And so let's see how these augments kind of facilitate that. BRB really does not support Bruiser Techie because we would be missing a bunch of shops, which really sucks. Although the extra items is super good. And with extra gold, maybe that can make up for the missing shops, because it's 3 rounds. And this is giving you way more rolls that you could just make up for on your hyper roll. So I don't hate this. I'd probably roll right. And if I go this, I could lean towards either Bruiser, Techie, or Zeri. But this also just seems really good for either line. Like, you could go Bruiser, Techie, or Zeri with this and can let you streak. So I'd probably roll right and take Thornplate Armor over BRB. Okay, but now we got one for all. One for all, if we go back to our likely lines here, one for all is actually really good for the Bruiser Techie line. Not good, not as good for Zeri. I think left and middle is better for Zeri. Right is good for Bruiser Techie. We're not that strong, so like I don't know that we can necessarily full win streak off of this and no slammable item. I think our best shot at streaking is if we hit an Alice Star 2 with this and then can slam like a stone plate, but ideally you would prefer like a Warmog for Mundo and then maybe like a Shojin with this, but you don't have a Zyra pair. We did have a Seraphine pair option, but we sold out of it. So I actually like one for all for Bruiser Techie reroll or BRB into Zeri. I think that's the direction I would take. And between those two, with a lot of gold. With a lot of gold, if we go this Bruiser Techie route with one for all, we should be able to hit and be able to push levels. Main thing is we're short on items here, but Scuttle Puddle, I believe in this patch, gives an extra component or two. So that maybe makes up for it. So yeah, I think I'm like kind of on the fence between these two. BRB into Zeri or one for all into Bruiser Techie. And we can still go Thornplate Armor into either as well. Let's see what he picks. I think he does like them all, okay. So he goes with the Bruiser Techie route, and let's see if he hits any of his desired units. Okay, so then he's gonna buy this play. Can you make 30? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. He's gonna buy these two. Okay. Alright, so from this spot, it's pretty much Bruiser Techie reroll. Highly confident in this. If I put an exclamation mark, it means I'm like highly confident. Basically 100%. This is one for all. I'm also going to start trying to predict how many fights he wins and loses from 2-1 to 3-1 from this spot. So I'm going to predict... He did hit the Alistar 2. He has Mundo pair, Zyra pair. It would have been really nice to have the Seraphine pair. But there's going to be other players that are going to be leveling. It's probably Mixed Streak. If he hits both of these, he still has no slammable item. Off of Carousel, ideally it's Tier, which I guess is a little bit less contested now. Unless there's going to be like a Tempo Dynamo player. But Tempo Dynamo player is usually going to want to play from ahead. So Tier is more viable. The more likely contest for a Tier is going to be if someone's... Oh, there is that Cipher player. And if they are playing Cipher into Amp, they will likely Lost Streak into Tier. So in that case... yeah, I think we kind of almost want to lose on purpose. The Cloak can be Vest for Stoneplate. If we play the Cipher player, we for sure will lose. So we're not going to full Lost Streak this. I think it's a Mixed Streak. If we hit... So I think somewhere between... What is this? How many rounds? 5? 6 rounds? I think we win... We're like something like win 2, lose 4. Or win 3, lose 3. If... Depending on like whether we hit... Depending on if we hit 2 stars, but... Well, I guess when I say we won't be able to itemize, other people won't be able to itemize either, but if someone else picks an item augment, then they will likely be more likely to streak. So, and we're staying at low level, so I think this is more like this. And then, and if we get Tier or Vest off Carousel. Okay, and then final placement prediction from this spot. I mean, I think part of it is I'm also looking at this LP difference. So I think he's just finishing above these two. And then I think normally I would say this is like a third. But given this is the lobby he's in, I'll say second or third. But I'll just say third, 3.0. Like, we have really good augment, great augment, but low on components to start. So we'll depend on his ability to get item augments on 3.2 and 4.2, and if Scuttle Puddle gives him extra items. I think that will affect his ability to cap out higher. Oh, okay. Oops, put this in the wrong spot. Okay. Cash. So I think last time I reviewed this, the client was kind of messed up for the review I did with Marcel, but I'm hoping that that was an edge case. All right, so I'm not gonna stop at every decision point this time. He has mediocre exo items. It's not hollow bow, so it's like serviceable, but no pulse or or Flux. So it does have a good Exo opener with Dynamo. He can also tempo Dynamo here. Can definitely play into Graves. Has QSS, half a QSS, has Hodge. And makes 10 there. So Heroic Grab Bag into Graves could be viable. If he were to go that route, he could slam Hodge and try to full tempo. The problem is without a sword or belt, he's gonna be pretty far off hitting his ideal like Sterax and QSS. It's not speed kills. Gold for Dummies is viable given that he has a 2-star Jax. But he does not have tank items to slam to get more value out of this. And we already have a lot of gold from the portal. So I definitely would roll middle. This kind of is like kind of hard committing Graves. We can see if anybody else is going Graves yet. Nobody else. Okay. So roll middle. I would probably roll middle and then right. Default to this and then see what we get behind speed kills. Okay, Scapegoat. It's the first to die. Game 1 gold. I don't know if I like this better or this better. I guess with 2-component opener, there's going to be fewer players that are actually going to be able to slam items in stage 2. So Gold for Dummies is more likely to be able to proc. Plus we have this 2-star Jax, so I like Gold for Dummies better than Scapegoat. So now I think we have to decide whether we go Heroic Grab Bag or Gold for Dummies. If we go Heroic Grab Bag, I think we commit to Graves. If we go Gold for Dummies, then we probably go either Tempo into Dynamo or... so let's see. I think at this point it's either Graves with Rabat Heroic with dupes or Tempo Dynamo or Zeri. Tempo Dynamo, Zeri. I guess it could be Amp as well with the open tier, but I think that's like a far less likely scenario. But we are on Scuttlepuddle. Gold for Dummies is just way more flexible. So I would probably lean in that direction. The thing is, if we go Zeri, we don't have good components. And we're gonna be, like, if we go Zeri, we don't even have a Zeri item. But I think the way we play this is we play around Jhin too, and we can flex between, we just primary carry Jhin. And Hyper Fangs is a very good opener once we get 3. So I think we have to play around this Jhin, not around this Graves. I mean, I guess we can also do Heroic Grab Bag into like a Jhin 3 Zeri angle. But I like playing around Tempo Dynamo or flex between Tempo Dynamo and Zeri. So I would roll left and then consider right. But I can also see going left and going Graves, but I like that a little bit less. Okay, he rolled left, got worth the wait. We talked in the last video about worth the wait being quite good, so I'm basically eliminating Graves as an option here. I mean, I don't think we're eliminating completely. Like, if we get a Graves and Alistar in the next shop, we could still consider it. Oh, okay. What? I did not give myself time to see that. Okay, so he rolled left, got worth the wait. I think we like worth the wait better than go for dummies. Talked about how that just is a very strong tempo line. And from this spot specifically, if we got Morgana, that would be extremely good. If we got Poppy, that would be really good. Jax would get us really quickly to Jax 3. With an open tier glove, we get Mundo, then we could do a tempo bruiser techie. I mean, Kog'Maw, Vi, Silas, all good into Vanguard Marksman. Kindred could just tempo into either like Vanguard Marksman or keep Kindred and Zeri. Shaco with Hodge Slam is really good. So I think this is actually quite good in a lot of different directions. So we roll right, and I think that's where we got the Bramble option as the last one. And then Bramble compared to worth the wait, we have this Jax 2, and this should just be able to allow us to full streak. Plus the moment we hit this Exo, we'll be able to get Jhin 2. And basically I think this means we're playing around 7 Exo. Thorn-plated armor into playing most likely into Exo. But we can all, I think this is basically a flex between 7 Exo and Tempo Dynamo. And I think this is more of like I mean, it can really go in either direction, but you probably want to get 5 Exo in with Repulsor Lantern. But so I would say this is like 60% 7 Exo, 40% Tempo Dynamo. And from a fight prediction standpoint for the next 6 rounds, I think this is like a win 6. It's hard to imagine some, especially on a fewer component opener. I can't imagine him losing unless someone else high rolls. I guess the other downside is that we don't have a slammable and or we can't get good component off stage 2 carousel because we're last pick. We'll be last pick from winning. Ideally we want, what do we want? Sword for IE. We can also get like a Mordekaiser would be insanely good off carousel. Tier can be Vow. Best for Vow. Cloak for adaptive, very good. Last Whisper is not that good. Yeah, I think those are the components we want. And final placement prediction. I think this is an easy top 4. I think this is like a 2.0. Likely to full streak opener. Strong. Well, okay. I'm gonna say 3.0 because he does not have Zeri Exo opener. Zeri X strong late game, strong direction or strong comps that he can lean into, but lower cap for Exo item. Okay. And then T-Lides. T-Lides, Exo, Hollow Bow, not great for Zeri. Does get the Mordekaiser out of the box and Arvin, both of whom are very good. Committing the Nidalee pair, open belt. Shop got Belt Cloak. Could play towards Kog'Maw. I'm surprised in this spot that he's... okay. Let me think about what I would do here. Could make 20. I don't think it is because he has 4 Slayer here. I really want to buy this Kog'Maw with the Skarner. I think if we sell the Nidalee, we can buy those. And then the question is, do we want to sell the Morg for the Kindred to pair with the Kog'Maw? With Belt Cloak, I feel like we're not really going to play the Morgana, so I would sell 1-2 for buying the shop. Not even buying Kog'Maw. He values the Nidalee over the Kog'Maw? That's fascinating. Okay. Portable Forge in my recent coaching session with Asa, implying that it's just completely broken. We look at the artifacts. Like, most of these are averaging a 4.3 or better. And like you can kind of view it as like, if an augment gives you 4.3 AVP, would you take it? Like, yeah, probably. So, and the odds that you get, you have 4 choices. And if about half of the artifacts are 4.3 or better, then yeah, it justifies this augment being quite good, even without augment stats, because you can kind of simulate that. We already have a lot of gold from the encounter being Scuttle Puddle, so roll left and middle probably. From a direction standpoint, Portable Forge would be able to give us a lot of direction. We could get a Shaco artifact, we can get a Jarvan artifact, we can get a Graves artifact, we could get Flicker Blade, although we didn't hold on to the Kog'Maw. I'm very surprised by this. I wonder if he's like, I have no idea why. Maybe he just ran out of time. Between the two of these, I mean, I just roll both of them. This is better, but Cluttered Mind for sure better than Clear Mind in this spot. Like, yeah, roll left first, then roll middle. Take Portable. Starry Night could do with Shaco. Whoa. Okay, jumped. Okay, well, he just takes this. All right, oh, another reason Portable Forge is especially strong is with fewer components, the value of this artifact with respect to the percentage of items you have means that the artifact gets even more value in the early game, which increases his likelihood of full streak. We just saw with Cash, was it, that with his Bramble augment should be able to full streak. But from this spot we could go Death's Defiance Shaco or Graves, Sniper's Focus Shaco, Static Shiv. I don't think even after the buff is that good. Is it more playable now? Where is Static Shiv? Oh, here. Yeah, 4.52. Not amazing. Infinity Force over here, Death's Defiance here, Sniper's Focus up here. The Death's Defiance and Sniper's Focus are probably the best. We shouldn't look at absolute AVP. Usually it's better to draw a diagonal line here, and everything above the line is better. Because play rate affects AVP, although the play rate is lower, so it's a little bit less true for this. More true for like normal, like when Rageblade is over 50% of games, then that's going to skew the AVP more. But I guess with artifacts that's less so you can kind of draw more vertical line. But I think from this spot we are thinking This is more likely to be Shaco. It could be DD Shaco. Graves. It could be Vanguard Marksman. Snipers. What else is good with snipers? Okay, DD is pretty much Graves and Shaco, right? I mean, you could tempo into Zed, but mostly. Oh, is it not even that good on Shaco anymore? Shaco 3. That's Defiance. No, it's solid. Yeah, okay, so it's those two with Shaco or Snipers, Focus. Phelios was kind of who I was thinking about initially. Brand, though Brand is like not ideal. Yeah, it's basically, I mean, oh, into Kog'Maw reroll as well is viable. So I think it's either Aphelios, Snipers, Vanguard Marksman, or Cog reroll, but we don't have a good Cog, especially since we didn't buy that Kog'Maw. Oh wait, and Snipers, we didn't talk about Snipers Shaco. But without like a slammable item here, I don't think it's Sniper Shaco. If he had like at least a sword or a bow, maybe. But that's also another reason that this doesn't seem like this is a Shaco game, because we don't have good slammable Shaco items. So this is more likely not Shaco. So it's, I think this is either DD Graves or Snipers Vanguard Marksman. And from this spot, without a Graves, I think it's more likely Snipers Vanguard Marksman than it is DD Graves. So I think we take Sniper's Focus. See what he does. Okay, he takes Death's Defiance. Interesting. Oh, and then he finds a Graves, so it's just Graves angle. Okay, so this most likely is well, let's just see what he actually, I assume you sell this Shaco and put in Graves. Yeah, okay. And then probably make 20, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Or no, we want to keep 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Keep the Mundos. Because Mundo with Alistar and Darvin gives you Bruiser and Slayer. I'm surprised he leveled here. Not usually you want to preserve the gold for getting the stacks, because you're wasting the stacks. But I guess he wants to streak with this. Huh. I don't know if I like this. But okay, with the belt, this is gonna be half a Sterax with the cloak, USS. Yeah, really good Graves components. This is looking pretty good for T-Lights as well. We have Portable Forge. Fight prediction. Since he leveled, this looks pretty strong. I think he loses to Cash with, depending on if he gets the right component. If Cash gets, okay, if T-Lights gets a sword off Carousel, he can full streak after that. If he gets a glove, either a cloak or sword, he might be able to streak, but I think Cash can potentially beat him. So I think this is like a win 5, lose 1. If he plays cash, may lose 1, depending on who gets flammable item off carousel. Okay, this is taking longer than I expected since I'm doing more detail. I'm gonna go through Arcjou and Sagge, but probably not Metzao and Jaden. Okay, final placement. This looks pretty good. I think he has like potential to win the lobby. I really don't like this level, but it is Scuttle Puddle, which makes it better. So I like 2.0 here. Strong artifact. Good components. Scuttle gives more gold for dock stacks. So high win out potential. High cap. I mean, out of everyone here, I would actually say he has the highest chance to hit first compared to these two. In fact, a lot of it could depend. Whoever hits first here could be who wins the fight between T-Lides and Cash in the early game and who gets their desired component off carousel. Okay, Arcjou. Oh, Cipher. Bow, Cloak. Exo is Hollow Bow, not great. But playable, gets the Cipher. Probably wishes that he did not commit the Echo there. So he can make 20. Given that we're playing Cipher, BRB is amazing. Roll left, right. Clearly it's roll left, right. Okay. And just take middle. Yeah. And then we're just gonna full open. Why is he taking so long? Oh, I guess he's just setting up his board. Okay. So from this spot, this is a BRB full open Cipher. Oh, he couldn't sell these two, so he could get griefed. I guess that's one downside of BRB with Cipher. This could be some type of Cipher reroll. Could be Amp, although with no tiers, questionable. We saw that his Exo is Hollow Bow. I mean, with a bow though, like it's less likely to be Zeri and more likely to be Vanguard Marksman. Yeah, I think that these are the more viable options. And as a percentage, with the bow, I don't know, I think it's more like 50% amp. %30 Vanguard Marksman. And like 20% Cipher reroll. Maybe 25-25. And this hopefully is win 0, lose 6. But could be griefed since he has BRB and can't full sell on 2-3. Full sell bench. And so I think his placement is kind of like first or eighth. Likely depends on if he gets griefed with BRB and if he can get extra item augment down the line for cipher reroll and or tears / rods for amp. Okay, and then Sagge. Sagge's Exo, Hyperfang, Cybercoil, Flux. Cybercoil is not amazing, but the other two are viable for Zeri. We have Vest, Tier, Kog'Maw, and wow, Skarner pair. So this really wants to be Vanguard Marksman or Kog'Maw reroll. With the Tier, he's holding on to the Morgana. Will likely buy the Jax. Do we sell to make 20? What's our first Exo? Hyperfangs? I think we sell to make 20 here. Yeah. Okay, we also have Thorn-Plated Armor. I think this is also just another reminder to myself that, especially on Gold Augment, even if you have 2 stars, there will likely be someone in the lobby that will get Thorn-Plated Armor as an option, just like we saw with Cash earlier. And so unless you're highly confident that you have a chance to beat that player, you should not be leveling, and especially if you don't have like a 2-star carry, 2-star frontline, you should probably not level on 2-1. Like T-Lides, I think that play to level, especially when you are gonna miss out on golden stacks, I think that's kind of risky, but his board was pretty strong, to be fair, since he had both the J4 and the Senna with an item augment himself. And I guess you can argue for Gox that by leveling there, you and winning, you have the chance to both full streak with, which generates you gold, plus when you're killing more units, it can trigger gold from Gox. So maybe the argument, part of the argument is that you can make up for that 4 gold loss through those alternate means, which I can buy. Okay, so here, roll middle. I don't even know how good LDP is, like with Vanguard Marksman, if you have Kraken, because you get to share that AD. I've tried it, but it like feels a little awkward because ideally you want your shred on the same side, and so then it makes it harder to get value on shred, and you're not focus firing, so it can be hard to kill some super tanks. So I don't really like LDP. Not Today was better with the old, I don't know if it's better or worse with Vanguard Marksman now. It probably is still viable. And we do have half of another Edge of Night. So from this spot, I think the odds of what we're playing is Kog'Maw reroll, Hog, or Vanguard Marksman. We were saying Zeri is also an option. Without a bow, I don't like Cog as much. But we do have Skarner pair, which is good. And we are probably going to lose streak, so maybe we can get access to a bow, since we're not strong yet. And when we are lose streaking, it probably makes more sense to lean into reroll than fast 8, since you can kind of recover and play a decently strong stage 3, so you'll preserve HP more that way. If we try to go fast 8, we could just be really low HP and miss. So I think this is more likely Kog'Maw. Either way, Thorn-Plated Armor is really strong. I think we roll middle first, then roll right. Thorn-Plated Armor gives us more flexibility, because we're not going to play Not Today with Kog'Maw, I don't think. At least that's my assumption. Maybe I should verify. I mean, it's okay. Minus 0.1. I mean, it's better than like GS or Deathblade, but I don't think it's like that much better. Yeah, roll middle, then roll right. Thorn-Plated Armor isn't amazing because we Don't have a 2-star, but we're close. I think we can have a really strong stage 3 with that. Wow, he first rolls left. I would have rolled middle. Okay. Then from this spot, I still don't think it's LDP. What world are you taking LDP? This is very surprising to me. Huh? Like, what comp would you even play LDP? Unless he likes Vanguard Marksman with it, I don't know. Oh, investment strategy with Vanguard with Kog'Maw. Yeah, it's that. Full middle. He likes LDP that much? What's going on? This is very surprising to me. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we got investment strategy. This is gonna be Cog for sure. For this stage, with this augment, he's gonna sack the stage. Ideally, he wants the full loss. He's not gonna full sell any units into the cipher. He can trap, and he does want bow. I think this is more likely mixed streak than not, but this is more like win 1, lose 5, something like that. I think he loses to intentionally sacking the cipher player. And then final placement, I think this could be pretty strong. This is for sure a top 4. I think this is also like a 3.0. Maybe a 4th. But it is investment strategy on a scuttle puddle. I don't know, seems pretty good. The only reason I don't like his spot as much is because he doesn't, like, if he could tempo this and with a bow, like, the main downside is he does have high cap, but will likely not, but like, he's basically lost streak early game and suboptimal item start is what like kind of lowers his AVP in my opinion. Really needs bows off carousel. Depends if he naturals Hog 2 or Hog or Skarner to stage 2. That will affect like whether he starts winning more or not. Okay, and then I'm just gonna skip to. I'm not gonna talk through the augment decisions for Metsua, or we could just Rage Blade. I think this is like Vanguard Marksman or Exo. Okay, this is like, yeah. I'm just gonna go to. That's interesting. Okay, cloning facility. This, I don't know what this is. I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I guess it's still Vanguard Marksman. Marksman or Zeri. Let's just say 50%, 50%. Although with this opener, it's probably more like 70%. And then Jaden also got thorn plated armor. What's Exo? Like okay for Zeri. Strong frontline, but his, I mean, I guess he's levels. I assume he levels for if he's gonna. Okay, that's probably a slam. This is like more likely Zeri. 70% Zeri, 30% Vanguard Marksman. I'm missing one player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did I miss? Oh, Justin Foley. No, actually, no, it's LP. Okay, I'm just gonna skip him. All right. So let's go to 3-2. I'm only gonna do 3-2 for probably just for Pocky, Cash, and T-Lights. But I do want to see how much each player won and lost for my prediction. Okay, so Fight Actual went 5-0. Cash went 4-1. Elides went 3-2. Metsua went 3-2. I should just predict stage 2 because it's gonna be too much work to add up. Sagge 2-3. Arcjou. Yeah, he got griefed. 1-4. And then Justin Foley. Or sorry, this is 5-0 here. 5 here. Okay, so Arcjou's spot got really screwed because of that. More likely to be 8th now as a result. So 2-1, 2-6, 3-2 to 4-6. We'll do these predictions. The future. Okay. So Pocky's win-loss was on par. Cash ran into a strong player. T-Lights. Yeah, I don't really like T-Lights 2-1 level for that reason. Got griefed here. Okay, so let's check out Pocky's spot. Got a Sterax off Carousel. Has a lot of gold, but has not natural. I guess it has natural a decent number of units. Okay, let's go to 3-2 augment selection for Pocky. We really want a lot more items here, both for this neutral drop and for augment selection. So we're gonna roll a lot. With this much extra gold, yeah, he's hitting way ahead of tempo. I'm gonna skip ahead. Here's how deep he digs. Okay. It's really good, hitting super early. And this spot looks pretty good, really good actually. Stone plate slam. Okay. We want items. This gives us a ton of items. It's delayed power though. And right now we have the possibility of being really strong. But I mean, this already does give you one item and one component. We have a Reforger, so I like this over left. Oh, Magic Roll. Magic Roll has the possibility of being quite good here. We don't actually want more gold though. And the duplicator's not as good. See if I could pull it up. I don't know why it's so slow. gold from units is not that great. Magic roll. HP would be pretty good. Duplicators, I guess 3 duplicators would mean we're 1 off Seraphine 3, which is pretty good. Frying pan into Bruiser or Techie is good. Components are amazing. There's actually, odds are we get something good. It's like, this is the low roll. 64% chance we get something good. 36% chance we get something not as great. But even this, we could get 2-star like Mord, 2-star Ruggis. So but this is a lot of components. I still think I like this. Well, but this can give us up to 4 components. This can give us 1. Gain another component max 2. So 3, 4, 5 components. This is guaranteed 5 components, but it could give us 80 item and we have Reforge. I think I like right side more. But I can see left as well. Okay, seems like he likes magic roll. What do you get? Oh, gain permanent health. Okay. I mean, that's really good for Mundo. All right, from this spot, Pocky, magic roll, HP. You already know what he's going. Prediction for this stage, I think he can full streak, win 5, or win 4 more. Win 4, lose 0. 3-2 to 3-6. I mean, it's really what, Cash? Jaden and Cash, what do they have? Oh, this looks pretty strong. This is not so strong now. I think we can beat, but we're not itemizing anyone in backline yet, so that's a problem against Ash. So maybe this is depends if he fights Ash before he can get 3rd item. Okay. Go to Cash. All right, we have a strong board. This now with blue buff. Are we actually going Vexotech? So it looks like. We thought 7 Exo before, but I think this is just. Now this is Vexotech. I mean, I guess it could be Amp, but very unlikely. Like 90% Vexotech. 10% Amp or Dynamo. So augment wise, bunch of gold. I don't like either. Roll right, roll left. Between the two, I'd roll left first. Not that, roll left. Okay, magic roll's not bad. Seems like overall strong augment. Probably roll right. See if we can get something better. Item collector. We got, yeah, I think it's this. Bunch of gold. And we get more items for playing Exo, which sticks with our game plan of playing Exotech, and we already have this. So we get 3 more items worth of value. So definitely right side. Whoa. Likes magic roll. Okay. It's magic roll's broken. What do you get? Isle of Champions. Oh, interesting. So now he could go into camp. And he has this. And Strategist. Huh. Like, I guess... Oh, yeah. 3 cost-wise, you can get Elise. You can get Yumi. Gragas. Mordekaiser. Okay. You get 2... You got Gragas too, right? Yeah. Okay. Magic roll is broken. Magic roll is broken. And then even at the 2 cost level, if you got another Jin 2, Nefiri 2 would have helped his line. Actually, no, because we're playing Vexotech. But really, it's mainly at the 3 cost level. Even in this spot, a Galio 2 would be really good. And a Varus, right? There's so many 3 costs that would be good from this spot. Okay, I can see that now. And you get extra components. Alright, from this spot, I could see this being either... Now, I think this is more like 60% Vexotech, 40% Amp. But I guess we can see what plays, which will tell us. He just keeps both lines open? Okay, never mind. He's just committing to Vexotech. Alright, so this is for sure Vexotech. And he does look really strong. My predictions here. I think he has the highest likelihood of win 4. Depends if he fights Pocky and if Pocky can build another item. Okay, and then T-Lides. Got the Graves too. Has plenty of gold. Has the Sterex, has half the QSS. Garvin pair. Team building. Find your center is not very good in this line, so you want to kind of move everyone to the side. Glass cannon, no. Roll left, but I want to roll right as well. Especially because your main tank wants to be in front of Graves. So I don't like either of these. Oh, that's pretty good. Roll right. Mace's Will gives us our QSS. Mentorship, item collector. I think I still like left more. Yeah, definitely left. Okay. Oh, and a Vex. Alright. From this spot, we're just gonna slow roll. I mean, he can also take on Cash and Pocky. Well, actually, I think he's gonna have a harder time getting through this. I don't like his matchup against Pocky. He could definitely get through this more, although remember, he has the Gragas too now. And Bramble, so yeah, I don't like T-Light spot as much. I think this is like a win 3, lose 1. Probably loses to both Ash and Pocky. And then final placement prediction as a result of this. I think now Pocky goes up to like a 2.0. He hit way ahead of tempo. Main question for Cap is will he get enough items? And then Cash is going Vexotech. Like, Vexotech, I think he is more like a 4.0 now. Low cap, but can preserve HP in mid game. And then T-Lides. I think T-Lide's gonna have a hard time getting through Pocky. Like, Graves' weakness is super strong frontline tank. I think this is like a 2 or 3.0 now. Hard for him to beat Pocky with strong frontline super tank. Especially since Pocky also got the magic roll with the HP. And then also Arcjou got griefed. So I actually think this is a 1.0 here. 2.0 for T-Lides. And then I don't know where Sagge is now. Let's see where Sagge is. Like, he's hitting behind Pocky's tempo. And he wants to keep gold for investment strategy. Yeah, I don't like his spot as much. So this is more like a... I think it's more like a 5th or 4th. Hitting behind tempo. I guess he got the Rage Blade, but no Kraken. But Arcjou's spot is probably not good either. Okay, he's going Amp. I guess with enough gold and... Oh, and Last Stand. Okay, never mind. But he did get griefed at the end of stage 2. But I mean, his spot looks okay. Yeah, I think this is hitting behind tempo. No Kraken. And then Arcjou got the cipher, but he's not gonna get like the max cap cipher. This can be strategist. Got good items. So I think this can be like also like a 7th second-ish. But could also be like last. I mean, I think this is like still first or 8th. In fact, could even be 2nd or 8th. Got Cypher going, good amp items. Okay, now let's compare with actual results. Alright, I'm just gonna look at these 3 for end of stage 3. Okay, so Pocky actual here was 4-0. Cash lost to Pocky and Metso. This was 2-2. Yeah. Cash's spot is not looking good. And then T-Lides lost to Pocky. 1-3. Or sorry, 3-1. Alright, and then let's jump to Endgame. We got Sagge. Oh, interesting. So he got there. I'm really undervaluing this investment strategy. The final placement actual is Pocky like hit perfect items. This looks really strong. And Spirit Link? Wow. Silvermere Dawn. Actually kind of curious what... what they died with. Okay, so Arcjou. Our prediction for Arcjou was that he would initial prediction at 2-1. Wait, where? First or eighth, basically. With Last Stand, he beat this guy. Got to level 9. No Zach. Does have Viego. 1 Samira. All 3 are itemized. Last patch, I would say this seems like a really good spot. Still kind of do, but question is, can he... I guess the main thing is, like, he does not beat Pocky. And so even though he's on Last Stand, has a high cap, he basically needs to hit Samira 2, Zach 2 to, like, have a shot against Pocky. And it seems like Sagge as well. So I think this is partially why Marcel really doesn't like Amp that much. It's like, to cap out with Amp, it seems like you need Zach 2. You need to get those blobs going, otherwise your frontline is not strong enough to deal with like the scaling of the Zeri, the Kog'Maw. I mean, most games you're not going to have a app like this for Pocky spot, but I assume he dies. And then let's also look at Cash's spot. Yeah, I mean, Vexotech we don't expect to cap really well. Metsu, you said was Vanguard Marksman, that was right. Okay, so Vanguard Marksman. Correct. Jaden, we actually didn't see. Jaden played into Amp, okay, and just died. Wrong. Amp. Sagge. Correct. Log. Arcjou. Amp. Correct. T-Lights. Braves, that was correct. Or sorry, that was here. Cash went into Exotech, so that was like kind of correct, but kind of not. Partially correct. Vex. And then Pocky was right. This is Bruiser Tech. And then final placement. Justin or Jaden got 8.0. Okay. See who Cash and so Cash lost to Zeri, I think. And we got the one Zach. Okay. Arcjou playing Vanguard Marksman. Exotech probably loses to Kog'Maw. This is a cloning facility, Spirit Link, Clockwork. Last Stand. Okay, so Amp should win this, yes. Metsu loses with Vanguard Marksman against... Oh, that was against Arcjou. Yeah. Alright, so beat Cash is 7th. That seemed like not the right pivot. Like Vexotech is not good. Metsua 6th. Arcjou could play against T-Light or basically against Zeri. BRB backup. I mean, these are good augments for Zeri, and then Graves. Against Graves, it probably depends on the positioning. Yeah, it's not a good matchup. I guess it depends if the Graves gets stuck on the Nico, which it does, but this is a guarantee, with Slayer mod. Oh, okay. Beats T-Lights. So, Amp looking good. To cap out though, he really needs the Zac 2 and Samir 2. T-Lights free falling with Dox. Alright, he's playing against the Kog'Maw. He's on the right side. But getting stuck on the Vi. Yeah, it's Kog'Maw and also Kindred as well. Investment strat. Taking out that. Amp wins. T-Lights gets knocked out into 5th. Loses to Kog'Maw reroll. I don't want to say here, insert. Okay, well, knocked out by. I think it's interesting to note what it gets knocked out by, since that shows you like kind of the cap of the comp. Okay, Arcjou playing against Pocky. We're on Zac 1. Pocky has like everybody itemized. Not even close. So Arcjou loses 4.0, loses to Bruiser Techie. And then what did just this Exotech? Oh, Exotech lost to Sagge. Let's see how close it was. Oh, not even close. Okay, so this investment strategy, Kog'Maw is like steamrolling the lobby. Alright, and then we have Sagge versus PockyGom in the endgame. A lot of it probably depends on what Kobuko rolls for the items. Those units are all glitched out. As well as what unit the Viego gets to duplicate. I wonder if you want Brand same side or opposite side here. We have, oh man, one for all with the magic roll, increased HP, and Spirit Link. Like this Bruiser setup. Let me see the amount of healing. Yeah, that's crazy healing. Alright, Pocky on 1 life. Okay, now we have a much better Kobuko roll. We got good items. Backline. For Sagge, we have a lot of it probably also depends on unstable treasure chests, what it rolls to. So like there's a lot of RNG in these fights, which means it's possible for Pocky to pull this off. Investment strategy, support mining, prep, portable forge, 7 Vanguard. Huh. Alright, let's see if this Mundo goes down. Grand cast. Zyra takes out the Vi. Looks like Kog'Maw is pulling it off. Is it? Oh, this is so close. Oh! Wow. Okay. These fights are super close. Got an extra component for another even, or wait, okay, yeah. The even shroud. I mean, that's actually really good because this Kindred is not necessarily hitting the same unit. Rolled good Kobuko TG again. Brand. Alright, let's keep an eye on what this unstable treasure chest gives. Really good Aurora item given Arcangel. And Sagge pulls out the victory. Wow, so Sagge got first place with the scaling investment strategy Kog'Maw, and Pocky got second place, knocked out by Cog as well. All right, so big learning here is magic roll. Let's see. Learnings. Magic roll really strong. Consider outs. What else? Investment strat Cog has higher cap than I thought. Exotech sucks. I feel like Cash's spot was pretty good and then really tanked after he committed to that line. Graves tough against thorn-plated armor lobby, which means Graves might be worse on gold augment start. Maybe worse. What else? Amp cap much lower now. Like, have to hit Zach 2 basically to play for first, and most likely you're loose streaking into it, so it's often first or second or like 7th or 8th. So amp just feels like super high variance, much higher variance than before. Should put, oh, okay. Cruiser, Techie, third place was, wait, who got third? Oh, Justin Foley got third. And what did Justin play? Oh, Justin played Zeri. Yeah, Zeri just seems very consistent. Yeah. All right, those are my learnings. Please let me know what you thought of this second part of Learning Lab. Thought Pocky played a super interesting game, especially the magic roll over the item augments. But the fact that multiple players played magic roll was super interesting. And I thought Cash had a really strong position, and he could have even angled amp there, which, given what happened, maybe was actually the more viable line for him. But overall, I thought this new templating approach I found valuable. Let me know if you have feedback on what other like predictions I can make, what things to include in this learning lab that I don't have included here. I really want to make this more of a collaborative process, especially because I think that going into next set, I want to make this series much more consistent, and the more I do it, I think I can learn way more and perform better, both in the snapshots and the tournaments. And I really want to be able to try to qualify for the end of year Paris tournament. So I'm highly motivated to do this. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.